Welcome back everybody to the greatest show on earth, and that is the Miami Boat Ramps channel. I am your host, Broncos Guru, in collaboration with our boy Wavy Boats, and it's another Wavy Guru production back down here at the ramp. And today we are back over in Boynton. And you guys, we're going to fast forward this a little bit, but we're at about minute 8 right now of these guys trying to launch this pontoon boat. They've just not been able to get it centered for whatever reason correctly, and it looks like we're not heading down the right path again. I mean, they're basically blocking all 3 lanes of this ramp trying to get this thing launched. It's a good thing we're not busy down here yet, though. I mean, the ramp, we're just getting started today. I'm not even sure we're going to try and fix it this time. The last couple times they pulled out and tried to see if they could get it straight, but it looks like this time we're just going to literally use everything we got, take up all 3 lanes, and block this thing up. And there's like 8 of them. So that's always my favorite part of this is if there's 8 of them, you know the person who's the best at backing the trailer up is likely the person behind the wheel. But hey, if they get out there and have a good time, it's still all on them. So he's going to back it out a little bit. But really, I mean, you kind of just pull this one out at this point, or you just commit. I mean, he's got the whole ramp blocked already. You might as well just put this thing in however you're going to get it in. We got a couple people on the dock. Just get her in sideways and let them handle the lines or something from there and just pull this thing off. And it looks like that's what they've exactly decided to do. They're going to launch like this. Man, he's even got that Jeep pretty deep into the water. And this is our pontoon crew. After 22 minutes, did get their vessel launched. And it looks like they got a little tour guide up front. It's kind of showing them around and pointing some things out. So probably some new boaters. But the one thing he probably should have pointed out, which looks like he didn't, is the old dock blockers right over here. And these guys are about to get their first sandbar experience as well. But I got a feeling this was not the sandbar they were expecting to go to today. And yep, there we go, right onto the dock blocker. So we had a 22-minute start to try and launch the vessel. And now we're probably going to have a several-minute experience here at the Sandbar as well. I mean, they are on there, and they're pushing it good. Now our guy's pointing out the deeper water like, yeah, no, you were supposed to be over there, bro. But it's a little late for that one. These guys are going to have to trim this motor up a little bit. Somebody's going to probably have to get out and push here. They're all staring and back at the motor, but... now we've got somebody stepping over to the helm. Maybe they're going to offer a little bit of advice and see about getting this thing out of here. And they're trimming the motor up.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And here we go, a little spray for everybody.
If you look off there, 12 o'clock off there.
Time to shift some weight and see if we can get off the bar this way. Somebody's going to have to get out here, though. They're on it pretty good now. Oh, no. They've got the motor running out of the water. Oh, and they're even hitting the throttle. They've trimmed it all the way up, and she doesn't realize, or he doesn't realize, I can't tell who's at the helm now, doesn't realize the motor's completely out of the water. Oh, that's one way to burn this thing up pretty good. Whew, that might wreak havoc on them later. Somebody sees a nice, gently used pontoon boat for sale down here in Boynton. You may want to double check and make sure it's not this one. It looks like they're going to get off of here, though. And we're about to have a little bit of a match here because this crew's coming into the dock, but this other crew's backing down. Now, in theory, the crew that is sitting on the dock backing down was definitely here first. They've been sitting there for a few minutes. But our guy decided he was going to go ahead and try and come into this one anyway, and now for some reason it appears they can't get stopped. They've kind of passed the dock, and they're almost all the way to the ramp. They're yelling for this crew to stop. Did they lose? It doesn't look like they lost power, so I'm not 100% sure what's happening here, and why they're not just tossing it into reverse, but now we finally got somebody with a line who's going to try and get off of this thing, but that was a close one right there. And it looks like our captain's finally back at the helm, and maybe we got a little reverse action going on, but Now we're going to have this standoff to see who's going to give this ramp up, though. If it's going to be the guy in the trailer or if it's going to be the boat on the dock. And our crew's taking their sweet time, but they're right over these rocks that are over here as well. Oh, what do we have here? And the sandbar's not the only dock blocker today. My man just backed down the ramp right on top of these guys. This is probably a good thing, though, because this boat's far right, and there's rocks exposed over here. The tide's not dead low tide, but it's still low enough that these guys were drifting over there and are probably going to wind up on those rocks anyway. They don't realize it, but the captain backing down this ramp may have saved them a little bit, to be honest. So it looks like they're sitting here waiting to decide what they're going to do, but it looks like, yep, they're going to relinquish this ramp to the trailer, which is kind of all you can really do. The trailer, in theory, holds the power. If they don't move off that ramp, you're not pulling your boat out anyway. I mean, I do believe that it probably should be first come, first serve. These guys definitely were approaching that ramp before the boat got there, but what are you going to do at this point? So this crew's going to move over to another dock, and this other vessel just pulled out. So now we're reapproaching here, but now we can come in at this steep angle that we could not come in at the first dock that we were at. So this isn't a total loss for this crew. Oh, getting a little handsy with the throttle, and our guy's going to have to hang on to this one. He might be heading into the other vessel here. Our captain standing on the dock on the other side sees this. He's going to come in and try and go for an assist to make sure they keep this boat off of his. But it looks like we're going to successfully get this one over onto the dock. And so I'm a little confused. The captain stepped onto the vessel, but now they're pulling the trailer back out, and the captain actually looks confused as well. He was coming onto this vessel with the intent of trying to run this boat up there, and they pulled out on him. And I don't think he was quite ready for that. He had to make that extended stretch over to the dock. But as soon as he did that, the stern of the boat kind of bowed out and blocked this other vessel from coming into the dock. And so now he's going to have to readjust his attempt as well. So the second vessel here on the right is going to go ahead and go for their second attempt back into the dock. And let's see if we can get this jet boat up on the trailer as well. Second vessel looks like we've got landing and success. Oh no, he's left it in reverse. Oh, Cap's figuring it out now, and they've got it. But I mean, that was a close one as well. They could have started walking away from the dock on that one. He had the wheel turned, so they were only pulling away to the side, but that was another close call. And you may recognize this crew. This is the crew that opened the day off for us. And, well, their day is not gone so hot, as they are now being towed back in by this jet ski. I'm wondering if they're having engine troubles, because, as you saw before, when they hit that sandbar, they were running the motor out of the water. I wonder if they burnt an impeller up or something, and now we've obviously got mechanical issues. So that jet ski dropped the red pontoon crew off back over here at the dock, untied, and left. So these guys are sitting here floating over at the Boynton dock with no power, and it looks like, yes, we have a swimmer in the water. So one of the crewmates has jumped off the vessel and decided they're going to pull him into the dock. So he's got a line in his hand, and he's about to swim this pontoon with 6 or 7 people on it back over to the dock here at Boynton. Not sure why the jet ski just untied and left him, but he didn't really attempt to put him over at the dock or anything. Still good karma to him. He towed them back in. But I was waiting for them to try and get it on the dock, and instead they kind of just pulled here into the middle and untied. But maybe the red pontoon crew asked for that and said, hey, we've got our own version of horsepower that'll get us over to the dock. And surprisingly, my man's swimming pretty good with this one. I mean, this is not a light vessel by any stretch of the means, and he appears to be getting them over there to the dock. And our guy looks like he's going to get this one done. We've got somebody coming on who's going to make the attempt for the dock. Oh no, he pushed him off the dock. What? No, that was and he goes for the leap. We almost had 2 swimmers. He somehow walks the tightrope and holds on. And it looks like this crew is going to be able to finally get out of here. And speaking of getting out of here, we're going to get out of here as well. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, be sure to check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things over at Haulover Inlet. My channel, Broncos Guru, we do some great comedy boating videos over there as well. And Boats vs. Haulover, where Man and Machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet in Miami, Florida. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.